a witch in the willows. She's calling my name. She speaks in the darkness and laughs at my pain.
Alright, so I got a message from Lillith.
Why must you haunt me?
By the lookout that looks over St. Denis. So that is kind of where I'm
can you taunt me
right now.
Tell me now, what must I do to satisfy you? To satisfy you. There's a witch in the willows. She holds me to blame. Memories of fire, and I'm consumed by the flame. Living a misery, and she drives me insane. There's a witch in the willows, and she holds me to blame. And why must you haunt me? How can you taunt me? Tell me now, what must I do to satisfy you? To satisfy you. Satisfy you. Satisfy you. There's a witch in the willows with such beautiful eyes. Her lips were like candy, the warmth of her thighs brought a curse down upon me. Now I'm all she'll despise. There's a witch in the willows with such beautiful eyes. And why must you haunt me? And how can you taunt me? Tell me now, what must I do to satisfy you? To satisfy you. Satisfy you.
And I am assuming it is here.
Satisfy you. Satisfy you. Satisfy you. Satisfy you.
Hello.
Blessed day, Sarah.
Blessed indeed.
How have you been keeping?
Busy.
So I've heard.
How have you been?
I've been busy as well.
bunch of busy beeves, I guess.
Worker bees. Doing our
Mhm.
jobs. Making the whole system turn.
Indeed.
And making sweet, sweet honey.
Absolutely.
How sweet is your honey lately, Sarah?
Dastardly.
Mm. You know, I believe you've met one of my friends. One of the family.
I would agree so.
How did you find her?
Interesting. Crucial.
Important part of the game.
Indeed.
And you have some friends of your own.
Yes, I do. A
Interesting.
very naughty group, if I may say.
Naughty, naughty, naughty. Sinful, would you say?
Of course.
And who might this group be?
Tom Pinch, Enola Rain, the Riddler, the Hangman.
Some names I've heard, some names I haven't. They all bring something to the table, I presume.
Indeed.
Interesting, interesting. Really, really have been busy.
The butcher is under great duress.
Plain.
They are really looking for her. There's a description going around in the city.
Description.
Yes. A very accurate one at that.
Sloppy, wouldn't you say?
Too much indulgence has shed light upon her. I had to find her last night and inform her of this.
And then afterwards you cut her?
Mm-hmm.
You have no right.
I dictate my own rights, and you will watch your tongue.
You won't touch a member of my family.
Mara,
Mm-hmm.
respect me, and I shall reciprocate it back to you. And I have a question for you, as might it be.
Go ahead.
Did you leave a body in the graveyard that night when you shot something?
No. Bodies aren't my thing.
Very good. I will inform the hangman.
Bodies aren't my thing, as you can tell. The rest of my family kind of has that covered.
Yes, I can see in your current state it wouldn't be advisable for you to go hunting.
I don't need to worry about my current state with what I like to meddle in my affairs with.
Understand one thing then. When the butcher cannot satiate her own needs and becomes reckless, she puts vulnerability upon us all.
And I'll handle that. You do not need to harm her any further.
Agreed.
I'm glad that we come to an understanding.
So it would
If you
seem.
have an issue with the butcher indulging anymore, you'll reciprocate it to me, right?
No.
No?
No.
And why no?
I will come to Lilith with whatever need I may have.
And why is that?
Obvious reasons, Mara. It should not need to be pointed out at this point.
Ah, yes, I get it.
Good.
Mm.
Any other issues you would like to air with me?
We have been informed that a certain invitation has been given forward and has
Yes.
been respectfully and kindly denied.
Oh, then maybe I don't know to which you speak of.
Family is complicated. Friends are even more complicated.
Typically, yes.
You see, at the end of the day, when all things are said and done, you know family will be there. Like they always have been from birth. They've watched over you for many years, watched you sleep, watched you eat, watched you dream. Friends, however, friends are a bit more tricky. You don't have that deep-rooted connection. You don't have trust like you do with family.
Yes. Although families can be deceiving as well.
Yes.
What?
Has she been a bad worker bee?
No, 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 no.
Good.
Oh, you act as if I'm a worker bee. Oh, that's adorable, Lillith.
Would you mind?
That's
I
adorable.
was actually going to fucking praise you then.
Oh,
never
you were
mind.
actually going to praise me? Wow.
Anyway.
I just love the fact that you think you're in control, Lillith.
You see, Sarah, we all have chains that binds us. Unfortunately, mine is my sister at the moment.
As above, so below.
You see, if you were to come with me, I will have to inform Mara. That's the deal. I don't keep secrets. I'm a woman of my word.
Good.
I'm truthful. So when I hear that a certain family member has been touched, the unspoken rules are starting to break.
And this is relative to the butcher.
Our last conversation, you mentioned doing something to me. Am I correct?
Yes.
You see, if you come after me, if anything happens to me, I simply wouldn't care. If you come after the butcher, if you lay one finger on a soul that cannot be saved, that the thirst cannot be quenched,
Would you like to understand perspective as to why that was done, rather than assuming it was out of malintent?
no assumptions. I know there's something behind the reason. You see, I know that you can see things, hear things, look at things in a different light.
Correct.
I want to know why her? You had plenty of chances to come and see me. You had plenty of chances to come and see Mara. You saw us in the streets, passing by. But why the butcher?
First and foremost, Mara is not as approachable as you might think. Wandering and scalloping around in the night. Often too busy.
Yeah, normally having to chase after family members, isn't that right, Lilith?
Absolutely right.
But understand
Yes.
another fact, if you will. Everyone is important in all of this. No one above anyone else. The butcher and her tendencies are going to cause your demise. Very rapidly, like you are all fish in a pond and the pond is getting smaller because of drought. But the fishermen, they're aware of the fish that swim within, so they keep casting larger nets. One of these days, one of those nets is going to fish you out. That is what I'm trying to avoid. And if I may speak without repute,
Continue.
the murders, all the carnage, the chaos, all of that has which been done will cause an unfortunate series of events. And it will cascade, and everything that you're working for will be lost. That is what I see. And I believe it is. There's been much work cast from you, all of you, to be able to have it all taken away so quickly. And without being yet completed.
You are the watcher. You are the speaker of truth. You have shared opinions with the rest of the family. We need to be careful. Might lay low for a while. Maybe carnage and chaos can't run for too long.
The banter hasn't shifted. It's only intensified. And those who live far away from where it happens are getting their minds occupied. Do you understand that?
I do. Minds are a terrible thing to have. Maybe twisted, maybe pure, maybe influential. You see great minds. You know what's coming. New players have been added into the game. Players that have sought out punishment.
Hmm. And what about Fields?
The greatest sinner of us all. The one who attacked me. And after my little fun with the body that I left in Van Horn, after the little fun that I had kidnapping deputies, he sent me a pleasant telegram. He sent me a telegram containing that I was a dead woman. He will see me soon.
He has shot at me. He has threatened me at gunpoint. And he really needs to watch how he acts.
Oh, the snarling, biting dog. You know how to keep a dog under control?
Yes, you kill its master and take it for yourself.
The master, huh?
Of course,
Now
the
who-
one that it is obedient to.
Obedience. We've had some information containing that he used to be engaged. We've had intel that he has people close around him. That is our way in to know who he's obedient to.
Good.
Sarah, indulge me. Do we have a common foe?
It would appear so.
And in your masterful plan, will that foe be a big obstacle?
Yes. Worthy of the prize.
Interesting. The prize. The prize is different in everyone's game. My prize is seeing faces. Faces of the tortured, faces of the scared, faces knowing our names. I've seen many faces turn and scream.
I stood in front of 6 faces last evening that wished to do had the intent to hurt the Riddler. Just because of what he has done. wanted to do to him as he would do to his victims, claiming democracy. Six turned to 5, 2 turned to 3.
Numbers, numbers, numbers. Growing forces, growing strength.
The difference between our enemy and ourselves is that we are patient, we are watchful, we are mindful. We operate in the darkness. We understand how to blend in things that they do not utilize for themselves will be their greatest sin.
How many numbers? How many foes?
Many on both sides. The greatest thing to fear is not the system that is served, but those who feel scorned by what has been done. Because they will hunt you, all of us.
Hunted, you say?
Yes, turning us into the animal, turning them into the hunter.
You know, when animals have been starved, when they've been poked and prodded and forced in a corner, what do?
Lash back with everything in their might. I want to send a message. I want to send a message using one common person and one government person. So 2 separate messages. Or I want them to be surrounded by what it is they fear. All of us, all of you, or pieces in between. To scare them beyond anything they've ever seen.
Oh, dear sister, I am enjoying this.
Good.
I can tell. A storm setting.
Mm-hmm.
A message. That means an alliance.
Yes. There are many more for you to meet.
I do not wish to meet any others. I do not care for any others. You, Sarah, you're part of my game, not them. Whatever they shall convey, they shall stay in the shadows as long as we stay in the shadows. It cuts off ties, it makes things a bit easier.
These are not shadows you can hide from.
Never running, Sarah. Standing our ground. Giving out a helping hand when it's needed. I'd like to remind you that you have a coin.
Yes,
A
I do.
coin that is very precious. You know, I can see the future too, Sarah. I see us crossing paths. Currency is a peculiar thing.
Yes.
Cash it in whenever you need. Messages, messages. Say, you pay currency to send a message through telegrams.
Yes.
Remember, that coin can always be denied.
I'm going to sleep.
I am
Recommend you do
aware.
the same.
We'll pick this back up in a moment. What does that mean?
It means I've had my fun.
Well, there is much fun to be had.
Not when you have handlers like Mara.
Is there something wrong with her?
She won't be waking back up. It will be just me and you.
Well, what would you like to discuss? I know that you had mentioned before the storm set in that the coin you had given me can be taketh away. What have I done that has concerned you?
Me?
Yes.
Nothing.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
Very well then.
Mara. A bit different.
I could tell. You are situated on the opposite side of the spectrum as she.
She's cautious, she's smart, she's controlled.
Yes.
You see, I am a bit impressionable, a bit sudden, a bit harsh.
All of that has practical meaning and practical consequence as well.
You talked about a message.
Regarding the butcher?
regarding two sides.
Yes. Now, if we're talking about the threats, they'll come in groups of 6, searching and seeking, patiently. Whether it's the white hats or the people who fear what you represent, what we represent. They'll come in droves of folks with torches lit, knives that are sharp, and they'll want to shoot shit. It's a matter of time. Like I said, the things you have done, well, they cannot be undone. But there is consequence brewing, boiling, bubbling, feasting upon itself down below where we are here. And I did what I did to the butcher to make a very good statement that she needed to be careful. Sending telegrams amongst a group of people here in Emerald Ranch is where I found her. I brought her up here and sent her on her way, told her to take it easy, relax, settle. Understand that her exploits are going to get her killed. And in turn, that causes you danger. All of us danger. And the only real reason as to why I cut her was because some people require, like her, physical pain to understand certain things. A reality. It was not done out of malice or to cause her harm. The woman has a loud ass keyboard. Holy shit. You're going to suffer penance for her as well.
Consequence, Sarah. We all have to own up to it.
Yeah.
We own up to our own mistakes.
Indeed.
Penance, Sarah, for my own mistakes. See, as she is gluttonous, I am lustful. She has
Indeed.
her scenes, and I have mine. I offer this spillage, this release of energy, to you.
Thank you.
Satisfy those, to send messages that we are listening, but we are not part of it.
Yes. I'm fairly certain if she had remained at Emerald, much past the time to which I found her, someone would have done something. As I was riding through roads on my way to her, I was stopped by 3 deputies, Dawson Ray, Molly Marshall, and someone else. and they stopped a young girl who was riding through town with a similar hairstyle to the butcher, wearing those shoes, and they questioned her. Her name was Ava.
Dawson Ray, Molly Marshall.
And someone I do not know, but another deputy.
Lilith,
Good morning.
I will. I will be back. I need to go to the cabin real quick.
Of course.
You'll still be here, right?
Sarah, do you have anywhere to go?
I do not.
Will be here.
Alright then.
Mara,
Yes.
I implore you to find some sense of relief for yourself.
And what does that mean?
You carry much weight. Weight slows people down, especially when the hunting parties are aggressing. You don't want to be too slow.
Unlike the rest of my family, I don't have any hunting parties after me.
That you do not see, I suppose.
Well, if it's my time, it's my time.
Unfortunate to hear you say that.
I'll be back.
Little value she holds for herself.
The weight of the world on his shoulders. When the game master isn't around. I must apologize to you, Sarah.
For what?
I would have introduced you to the game master, to Lucifer himself. He's gone away for a while.
It's quite okay. In due time. Which I am working on, as I have 8 days. Not been rewarded, have I? For the things that I have done. Leaves me confused.
I believe the last time we talked, you had 6 days.
Yes. I was awarded 13. Now I am down to 8. Done much work. Still, there has been no pay for that.
And what of the sacrifices that I have just made, then?
I have not been aware of it, of what the reward will be, if any. So I will just continue carrying on until he decides to speak and inform his joyful little servant that her deeds are not being disregarded.
My blood is royalty. My blood is...
Sacred. Kindred. Pure.
My blood isn't as important as Lucifer's. And he has crossed me for the last time.
And what will carry on if it happens again?
Lessons will be taught, lessons will be learnt. And his blood is part of something greater for both you and I. Say, Sarah, what would you do with a vial of blood from the King of Hell himself?
Conjure the greatest spells that the world has ever seen. Torment men who deserve it, as I have been reaping it from Teddy Basco himself. Great misfortunes. I have very unique ways of putting punishment towards men, towards their actions, the ways that they categorize themselves through ego, malice, whatever. The same burden I put across the undersheriff, Jack Burton. I scared him and his woman.
Always making him proud. And that is... Good morning, sunshine. And that is why I talked about his blood.
Yes.
Tell me, if you received such a gift, how would it affect those inside?
Unsure. As I am at 8 days, at 4, that is when Julia comes out. Julia is the carnage version of myself. Uncontrollable rage.
All days.
Yes.
I shall surely be around for that magnificent event. This whole thing is electrifying. Wouldn't you
Yes.
say? A message. You wanted to send a message. What kind of message?
To one regular and one that is not. I want them to be taken and have an orchestra of fear presented about them with threats, maybe even the occasional pain. It all depends. Then released back to captivity, to their own lives. Spread that message. To watch that fear travel word of mouth. Let it fester and boil and bubble into something else, something bigger. That does nothing but terrify the objective. One deputy as well, preferably female, to receive the same treatment. To awaken amongst a room or area filled with terror, with names that strike fear, and to see that message be taken back with whoever she is.
I have received word of a deputy. a deputy in the game that I have. I don't suppose you've seen the recent telegrams I've sent out.
I have not.
There's 2 new players. The one is yourself. The other is a false prosecutor who thinks she can rise above the law itself, the law that she is supposed to represent. She will be the one who's taken, since she was already taken by me a couple weeks back.
And what is her name?
Abigail Marlowe.
Good. Perfect.
She has one thing I recognised in the cave that I took her to. Fear.
Connection as well. It will turn him into a fucking lunatic.
Oh yes.
He could even cast his badge aside in vengeance. Yes. Fuck it.
What are you two talking about?
Good things.
Very good things.
Like what, Lilith?
We have a plan to send a message. A message taken by a deputy and then spread out. A message that will strike fear into the hearts of the sheep down below who think that they rise above it all. A message to Abigail Marlowe, which she will send, and she will send.
2 for 1. That one shall bring.
Are you ready to put a leash on the rabid dog?
Yes.
Oh, this is so exciting. But first warning. If Mara hears disapproval on this whole agreement, then I will have nothing to do with it. Her thoughts, her feelings, her blood are mine. She's my sister, after all. Sister that I cannot disappoint.
Very well then.
We shall have a chat, but she knows that this is part of my game. A game that I have started many months ago. I have my informants, my little helpers. They can set things up, they can whisper in my ear, They can organise, plan,
What is
and
your
deliver.
connection with Zoe, the Queen of Roads?
She is pain. You see, she thinks that she owns places. She has a position of power. She is just a child, an ignorant child that needs to be taught a lesson. She believes that she can tell those who can stay and who can go, who can touch and who can't touch.
Yes.
She has an attitude that I think you won't appreciate.
Indubitably.
She's part of the game, and she wants to antagonize me. The Queen is here to stay. You have games to play. Oh, she is a clever one. And she'll be clever to know that she will run to the hills, to the furthest areas, and hide for the oncoming storm, the oncoming darkness that shall strike fear into her heart, and her crown shall fall.
Indeed.
She has knights. She has those who stand by her. They are the sheep. Easily tameable.
Or worthy of slaughter.
Slaughter. Slaughter. The one thing that I always desire, but it's always out of reach. Slaughter can wait.
Yes.
She... Why do you ask such things of Zoe?
Sense connection. Or purpose, maybe. For lack of a better way to put it.
A messenger. You see, you have a deputy that shall strike fear into those holding the badge, and she holds a crown, destined to rule over the peasants.
Has to be someone that's connected. Someone who likes to talk and share their status of being victimized. And can paint an articulate fucking picture as to what she saw and the message she was given. Perfect.
Our games are entwined. Our destinies are chosen. You have a coin.
Yes.
You have a part of me.
Yes.
And what assurances does the Watcher give to the devil?
Honesty, trust, communication, and her eye.
And a connection to those who are like-minded.
Yes.
Sarah, you are the catalyst. The one that powers this whole machine. I'd like to keep it that way. You know, me and my family don't really play nice with others. But you are mine. You won't be pursued by any means necessary, especially those of the deputies.
Good.
Do you have any particular problems with any one of them?
Oh, just with pretty boy Jasper. Lots of pain resides within him. Lots of showmanship, ego, callousness. A void.
I've seen the ego, I've seen the void, especially when he took me, when he branded my hand with his badge.
Foolish.
That was a while ago. I've been waiting. Waiting.
Have you considered when he is taken to burn his flesh and adhere his blood upon it?
No.
And by his blood I refer to Lucifer.
Oh, I really like how you think. Oh, I do.
Good.
Images, faces, they always intertwine. Faces that he will see in fields.
Yes.
Lucifer is after Fields for what he did to me. I assured him that he is part of not my game, of the Game Masters.
Like you said, intertwined we are.
We shall use it to our advantage. Leverage. Come forth, sisters. What is spoken here about Lucifer? Whatever you tell him, since he is not around, you keep it that way.
Oh, literally give less of a fucks. And Atah, darling. Who has been the one who fed you? Who has been the one who looked after you? Who has had the most interaction, the most love? Has it been me and Mara? Eagle too. Your allegiance doesn't lie with him, since he has done nothing for you. We will all work in allegiance, but we will still do our separate ways. Mara, you have something you don't really want to discuss. That's fine. I won't pry.
Atah, you're mysterious. You have your own story to tell. Yet again, I won't pry. I am sharing this with you, my family. Destiny. Funny little thing.
Yes, Destiny, woohoo.
Satisfied, Sarah.
Many great decisions will be forged over the coming days. These decisions, as ominous as they may be, require great sacrifice.
Look forward to it.
If you need to talk, send a telegram and we'll meet here.
Very well.
Then we cannot move like the rest of anyone else. Mara, maybe. But she's not a lapdog sending messages. She does what she pleases. She's always been like that. Yes, meet here. Meet under the great watch of Saint Denis. See it rise with smoke and fog. Just like my dreams.
Understood.
What?
Um,
Atah,
I'm good. I'm good.
Yep.
would you like to cut me back?
No.
All right.
I'm sorry, I've just never heard you make
I'm
that
going to
noise
move this
before.
way.
I have never heard you make that noise before. It just cracked me up. Oh, Lilith. Lilith. I'm not chasing. I literally do not have the energy in my leg to chase after her. I'll be back. What?
It's typical.
Yep. I think Lilith just kicked out Mara's cane.
Hmm. And you are doing better.
As best as I can. Until I'm recovered.
Thank you for relaxing in your mission.
It wasn't just you that made me relax, Sarah.
Fucking hit me again and I will. You get more than just a fucking cane that hits your face.
Lessons.
They are important.
Quite finished.
Are you finished?
I'm very finished.
Then there you go. I just wanted to add to the collection of bruises on your face.
Smart mouth. Always talking.
And what are you going to do with that?
Pain is superficial. Blood is always warm. Family is very special. Do not cause each other harm.
What? Do you want me to hold it?
Take it, darling. I apologize.
Happy? You gonna hug me? Yep.
Oh god.
So much planning, so much talk. I had to do something. You really fucking hurt my face. Ow.
It was a subconscious reflex.
Be thankful that you can feel it.
I didn't mean to smack you around the face with a cane. It was a reflex.
Like swatting a fly. I know.
No, it was more swatting the annoyance out of you, but it didn't really work.
You see, Sarah, my relationship with Mara is complicated, but
Mara
I
is
always-
complicated.
That is true. Very true.
Oh, I'm complicated, am I?
I agree with you.
It was more of a question.
I thought it was a statement.
No, it was a question. I'm complicated.
Yes.
What makes me complicated?
Much does.
That doesn't really answer the question now, does it?
You're not prepared for the answer, nor would you accept it.
I'm slightly intrigued. Tell me.
I don't work off slight intrigue.
I'm interested. I want to hear the feedback.
The feedback.
Mm.
You have devastatingly loyal attributes, but the ones that are selfish occupy you most. You hold yourself higher than what you are given, in the hopes of being able to ascertain it.
That it?
For now.
Shut the fuck up, Lilith.
Now, Mara, why don't you tell something about me? Keep it fair.
Oh, I think you're a crazy psychotic bitch. But
Which part?
all of you. I literally actually think you're crackers.
Which part?
Again, all of you.
But
Is there
you've
any
only
parts
met,
of you?
You've only met me.
Like I said, you're fucking crackers. The fact that you think there's more than just you.
Are you implying that I'm tasty and worth eating?
No, I'm saying that you're insane.
Insane.
Mm.
What would
Crazy.
lead you to that?
Are you actually being serious?
Very genuinely serious.
The fact that you just carved into your own self like it was nothing. The fact that you get along so well with my crazy ass fucking sister. And you two have a complete understanding and think it's completely normal what you two plan. And then you talk about... You know, I don't even have to go on.
Reference this.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hundreds of scars.
Again, like I said, you're crazy.
There are many things you don't know about me, Mara.
And I feel like I'm going to have the unfortunate pleasure of finding out more.
No, that would imply that you have a long life.
Excuse me?
I did not stutter.
You just implied that I'm going to be dying soon.
No sooner than I, if I may say, or when your night runs out of days.
Are you trying to say I'm going to be dying soon?
Yes.
You're fucking insane, like I said.
There's multiple versions of me, Mara. Multiple versions of me that you will never see, never meet, never experience. Lunatic. Psychotic. Multiple issues. Multiple devious things occupy this body, this mind. The attributes would really not set well with you. capabilities that I ascertain within myself are endless, Mara.
See, you can think whatever you want, but I'm not going to be dying anytime soon.
You know what a lot of people think?
And what's that?
Exactly what you just said. Because they are under some false pretense that they're going to live a very long life. Because they are in control of their own life. Unfortunately, commonalities of this world describe otherwise. And the energies within people, around nature, trees, the very fabric of the material that covers your body, all have purpose. The animal that you ride, how you treat it, how you treat your family, how you speak to Lilith, the aggression that you carry within your own soul or lack thereof. It all reverberates in a very specific pattern. And it all
Yeah,
bears
what's that?
consequence. The consequences are great for failing to see what is right in front of your fucking face. So yes, you are right to an extent. I am a lunatic. I love and get excited for rage. I listen intently with the very limited capabilities of my own sight, smell, and taste. The very sound of what it's like to remove bone from body or skin from bone. All of it.
I'm not going to be dying anytime soon. I'm sorry to disappoint,
Why would I want you to die soon?
because apparently you really do.
Oh, sweet Mara, we have just met. Our paths have just recently crossed, and our alignments are focusing towards center. One of these moments, one of these days, things will start being understandable to you in a complex way. But for now, you'll adhere to what you're used to. And that is thinking that you're correct. Thinking that the opinion to which falls from your mouth onto deaf ears or to the floor have relevance to your survival, to which they do not.
You done?
Bitch, I haven't even started yet.
Interesting. Shut the fuck up, Lilith. Are you two done with your conversation?
I'll be seeing you very, very soon.
Yes. Yes, you will.
Blessed day, Sarah.
Many blessings overfloweth from our cups.
Mm-hmm. Have a great day.
The same to you,
What?
Mara. Atah.
Bye, Sarah.
All right, well, that's going to conclude this episode. Sorry, it's a little bit broken up. We had a couple like server raptures and shit like that where the Red M gods are like, nope, not today. So that caused a little inconsistency in the RP. My apologies. Yeah, but hey, that was fun. Had a good time. Glad you were able to be here. And as always, see you in the next one. Later.